Hi, my name is Michele Drury and I have cystic fibrosis. I was diagnosed at the age of 48 and that began my involvement with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease that causes excess mucus buildup in the lungs and pancreas, which leads to severe lung infections, malnutrition, and infertility. Thanks to researchers today, CF patients are living healthy and productive lives and have great hope for the future. The median age is now up to 37 years old, and I am now 60. During the last year of my life, I was so sick. I still went to work every day, and it wasn't easy. It's not easy taking a shower when you have cystic fibrosis because moving your arms around gets your lungs irritated and you get exhausted. I was lucky to have a best friend that would carry my briefcases for me and would drive for me so that I would be able to see my clients. When I went into the hospital last year before the transplant, it was the fall. And I have pictures outside of my window of the trees with no leaves. And then I have pictures of the trees during the blizzard. And after it was over, I left the hospital with the daffodils. It was just an incredible thought that this could have happened in just 1 year. It's hard having cystic fibrosis. The normal person, meaning you don't have cystic fibrosis, has no idea what it's like not to be able to breathe. If you want to try it, put a straw in your mouth and breathe through a straw, and that will give you a slim idea of how hard it is. So when I was lucky enough to be diagnosed at age 48, I started with a cystic fibrosis clinic, I think the same month that Dr. Boyle started. It was a whole new world. I now understood all the pieces of my life and why I was sick and how we could keep me healthy. And he kept me healthy for 12 years. I had a slow decline, and I decided that I would never have a transplant, that I would just pass on. And when my lung capacity, the volume was 27%, it was time to make a decision, and I decided to have a transplant. The call to be transplanted came at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was in the hospital an hour later with my best friend and my husband, and it's a surreal experience to know that you're in this room and they're getting ready to take you to the operating room and you will never be the same. You may not live, it may not be a success, and it may be wonderful. Mine was wonderful. I left the hospital 17 days after the transplant, and I felt good because I could breathe. It was the first time in my life I could breathe. I went home and moved to a new home 5 days later. I've been able to ride my bike, which is a huge big deal. I love to do that. I actually have a pink beach bike with white flowers on it. And I walk my dog, who is my very, very best friend, for hours a day. I can swim now, and I have no limitations. It's something that I've never, ever had in my entire life. It's something that people without CF take for granted, possibly. Since transplant, I get to work again. And I get to drive my own car, and I get to start out in the morning at 8 o'clock, and I can run until it gets dark. I've actually driven the car in the dark with headlights, which normally I would be in bed. So I have two parts. I have the relaxing and I have the energy. I am loving my grandchildren, because now I see that we can have a new life together. I'm thrilled to be able to teach them to be fearless and to be naughty. Because of people like you, I am now living a healthier and a very active life. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation is truly making a difference in making CF stand for Cure Found. We are not just trying to treat CF, we're trying to cure it, and we cannot do it alone. We need your help. I'm humbled and I pay tribute to all of you who have made my ability to breathe a dream come true.